20, 30 years.
How far into the driveway do they go?
To the right-of-way line in general.
In other words, to the sidewalk?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And these don't
We don't have any
think
sidewalks.
we really.
Yeah.
There are no sidewalks involved in this.
Yeah,
All the way to
on-
the garage, yeah.
No.
General speaking, it's to the right-of-way line. If there's a joint there, once we do the survey, we'll identify the joints, and if there's a joint that it makes sense to tear it out to that point, rather than go an extra 3 feet and saw cut and then have a little panel. But everything here is flat enough that, and we're not changing things enough that we shouldn't have to go onto people's property and redo their driveways, all the way to the garage.
Yeah, and that first public meeting we're looking at doing in February, somewhere between the second, third week timeframe.
Okay.
Invite everybody to attend.
The discussion also has been all the way through this project, whether or not it's an assessment. There's ongoing meetings that will take place as we move through here, identifying issues that we run into during the project. It doesn't all happen before the project kicks off. We want to notify them, we want to tell them it's coming, but as the project is going, regular meetings with those folks that are affected, I think would be critical, and that's been our discussion all the way through here, because we'll find things that we need to address in the middle of the project too.
Yeah.
So the public can attend these meetings, correct?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Mhm.
It'd be disappointing if they did not, because that's really why we're
A
having the
lot of people
meetings.
don't think they can. I know they can. A lot of people think they can't. They're not invited.
Well, the difference here is we will be telling them, asking them to participate because it does affect their property.
But can I go to the meeting?
Yes.
You're not gonna throw me out?
Well, that depends.
Depends on your behavior.
Yes, Denny, you're welcome to attend.
The people who are going to get assessed that are directly on the project will all get a letter directly to them. Or I should say, the owner of record of the property will get a letter. And then we talked about the website, and then also putting something in the newspaper. Once the project gets rolling and we get to the construction phase, we'll have a project kickoff meeting again. And at that time, we'll have a contractor. And then we'll meet with the public, and then, they can throw eggs at the contractor or, ask those questions. And in this day and age, it seems like most people have email, and then it comes in handy. You can just get all their emails and then just fire off informational email, every week or every month or so, and that seems to work pretty well.
What is construction observation?
Inspection.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so in the proposal we have, it's just hourly estimated, and it's estimated at $65,000. Some cities, they'll do the inspection themselves. Others will have us participate in various levels. But it's an hourly estimated because at this point in time, it's hard to define. Based on discussions with Tim, he'd like us to handle that part, and it's, observing what's being constructed, making sure they're meeting, compaction standards and concrete, and they're pouring it to the right depth and getting the tickets, and then handling the pay requests. They'll submit, once a month their quantities. We check the quantities and make sure they're getting paid for what they built, and so those are the roles involved. And they call it construction observation because just like what I've given you is a cost opinion, not a cost estimate, because technically, according to the attorneys, I'm not an estimator. I'm an engineer, so I can give an opinion, but I can't give an estimate. And so it's kind of a semantics. I figured he'd look up and
So does,
Throw a rock at him and he misses.
I know. It's like,
is it pretty typical in the industry that engineering services is just at 10% of the cost of
They
this,
run
is it?
8 to 12% in general. Typically, we put in about 10%. In this particular case, because it is a larger project, normally we charge extra for the assessment and the easements. This is a large enough project, we're including that within that 10% estimated, or the 10% contract